This week at GVE, you may remember one of the loudest Ferrari 812s which we supplied and fitted a Novitec exhaust on, comes back for even more Novitec extras. We then move on to the BMW M8, which is having a full Hordor body kit installed. This weekend just gone, we were presenting at London Concours of Elegance at Hampton Court Palace, and we are going to take a look behind the scenes to see how that event was. And lastly, we only had 12 hours, if that, with a Bugatti Veyron Sang Noir, one of 12 in the world. Now find out why we only had 12 hours to get all the footage and the media coverage to get this car sold. Keep watching. We have got the car arriving today in about an hour. It is going to be with a VAT man. So the bonded man has to stay with the car. Car was meant to be sold to Zimbabwe, came to this country. Taxes were too high for it to go to Zimbabwe. Paying 30% on £1 million plus car is a lot of money if you don't want to keep it in the country. So aim is, let's get as much content on the car as possible and let's get the sold.
Bruce, just a quick one. This Veyron, Sang Noir.
Yeah, Sang Noir, that's it.
I need that car till 1 o'clock. I know you need a few more hours on that.
1 o'clock,
but
why
I
is
need
that
that car
social-
till 1.
social-
Yeah, we need to do a lot on that. We need to do a lot.
Right guys, we get the Bugatti Veyron coming in for a health check. We've literally got 1 hour on it. Let's get into the workshop and see what's going on now. Boys, let's just quickly touch base regarding this Bugatti Veyron Sang Noir. It's coming in for 1 hour.
11 AM, car's coming in. We actually had the car for 2 hours.
Normally for a health check it takes about a day and a half.
I mean, normally you're saying 40 minutes to shoot.
But we're not taking everything off, we're just checking the suspension, checking for oil leaks and just doing a mileage check.
We have to do half that today. Greg, I want you on the photos first. That's been the first step.
Making sure the car is all legit.
Then the car's going to go over to Ed. We need to get those videos done.
We'll get that ramp, actually that ramp free so we can get the car on the ramp straight away.
I think what I'm going to do is I'll speak to Andreas. We'll have to move a couple of cars back and we'll put this one in front. Pass it over to Kamal in socials and he can get out his video. So he's going to have 3 or 4 videos on that car. But by the end of today, we have to have the full video out.
Fresh into stock, exposed carbon weave all down the middle, which means one thing. It is a limited edition Sang Noir, one of 12 worldwide, coming up for sale at your favourite dealers.
We have behind me in the body shop a BMW M8 and we're going wide body on it. The body kit is called Apex and is one of 13 in the world. So we're gonna go through start to finish how to build a wide body BMW M8.
This is a huge project we've undertaken at our after sales unit. This is going to be relying on all the departments to ensure we get this car finished on time for our client. Now back to the Veyron Sang Noir. What a fantastic example. Just one of 12 in the world and listing up for sale at £1.2 million. This particular example has only 8,800 miles on the clock. Now what gives this example the name Sang Noir? Compared to a standard Veyron, it comes with the following features. Now Sang Noir is French for black blood. And compared to the standard Veyron, it comes with the following features. The Sang Noir has an all-black exterior with exposed carbon fibre sections, a chrome horseshoe grille, and black-out headlights, air intakes, filler caps, and door handles. The interior has a tan leather and Alcantara. The Sang Noir has new alloy wheels that are partially powder-coated in black. The Sang Noir was dedicated to the Bugatti Atlantic 57S from the 1930s. Now, in terms of performance, the Sang Noir has retained the 1,000 brake horsepower W16 engine with a top speed of 248 miles an hour and 0 to 60 miles an hour in less than 3 seconds.
You can see the body kit is loosely test fitted on the vehicle. And what this enables is we can test all the panel gaps, what fits where, how it looks, and we have time now to modify it. So you can see it is loosely fitted, it's not fully fitted, you can see the tape. Now we're checking the gaps between the headlights. The bonnet is obviously aftermarket as well, and we've got some special things going on there, we're going to talk about that. You can see this is the beginning of the spoiler, so the boys in the body shop who are working on the vehicle, they've started to mock fit everything. They're lining up the gaps down here, all the gaps to the body, etc. And because it's a custom kit, you're going to see we're going to have to modify this kit. Nothing is straightforward with these body kits. You'll see the boys, they've started to work the corners and stuff already, and obviously because it's fiberglass, it's easy to mold and repair, which you see this kind of material being used. This is the fiberglass, raw fiberglass, and they'll use it to shape things how they want it so it all looks nice and smooth.
Okay guys, so the Veyron has been pictured in the limited time we had with it today. So the car has now been uploaded to GVE's website, Auto Trader, Piston Heads, Car and Classic, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. We also post in our GVE magazine, as you can see here, and with our partners at SWM. This magazine comes out every quarter. Stay tuned for that.
Here I'm standing with the guys planning out the job, making sure the job is done properly. We also, when we're taking the shock absorbers out, we make sure we don't disturb too much when taking the parts off. So instead of taking the whole suspension off, we remove the top suspension arm and leave it there and don't let it stretch. What we'll do is once we take the shock out, we make sure we strap it back up with bungee cords, and then take the shocks out nice and clean without damaging anything.
Use a special spring compressor tool so that the springs are out of tension, and we're going to fit the new Novitec springs on, and we'll show you the adjustable collars, almost like a coilover. And once we're back here and they're on the car, we're going to set the ride height and then put it down. And we also have a very special trick after that, so you see that soon.
And now we're going to take the suspension to the ICU unit to make sure the job is done nice and clean. Here you can see where I'm doing the springs, changing them around, making sure the springs are seated fine on the shock absorber and torquing the bolts up to the right specific torque. Also, now as you can see, the car's all fitted back together, looking marvelous. And we'll be fitting the wheels back on.
So we're back on the 812 and the shocks are all done. Front side is all boxed up. We put the wheel on. We're on the rear, so I'll show you the shock in a second. We're about to put the wheels on, which was the surprise I was telling you about. So right here, we've got these big boy Vossen Novitec wheels. We have some caps, center caps as well to go on them. So we're gonna chuck these on now. We've done the ride height adjustments, everything along like that. So yeah, follow me and let's go.
Creating a mesh for a better airflow down the side of the car. Now the creators of the body kit in France have decided to implement the same amendments to their body kits. This will be the first version of this kit on the UK roads today.
Now we're getting ready for the test drive, the fun part, and making sure the car is seated perfectly fine once the shock absorbers springs are bedded in perfect. Although normally on any other springs you have to do a few other adjustments, but with this one, Novitec springs, we didn't have to do no adjustments. It was literally spot on. Let's see what the customer has to say about this job.
How's it going? You alright?
Oh, good, man. How's it going?
Yeah,
good?
all good, thanks. All
It's
good.
amazing, bro. Look at this. This is unreal.
That's insane. So you've had the Novitec wheels done.
We've had the wheels done. We've had the suspension, Novitec suspension.
Yeah.
We've had the full Novitec exhaust done on it.
That carbon lip spoiler.
Novitec spoiler as well. I think these little accents.
Do you know what? I thought I sourced you like the perfect car. Everything you wanted.
Everything was.
And then you go and spend another 50 grand on it.
We've got to customize it. You know, we've got to make it bespoke, right?
Do you know what my favourite thing about this is?
I think it's the exhaust, isn't it?
It's the exhaust. Congratulations.
Cheers, bro.
You literally got the perfect A12. You can't do anything more to it now. Maybe some yellow pinstripes, but I know you want to keep it
I look forward to coming back for that one.
Hi guys, and welcome to the beautiful fields of Hampton Court Palace. We are here today at the Concours of Elegance for the next 3 days in association with Auto Guard Warranties. Let's have a look at some of the cars we brought along. We are surrounded by some very special and rare vehicles. We have a number of cars we brought along with our 2004 Ferrari Enzo, our 2012 Lexus LFA, and our 2024 Porsche 911 GT3 RS. This was our first year debuting at Concours of Elegance. There was a whole host of cars on show, but let's take a closer look at the cars we brought down to the former King's back garden. Guys, behind me we have one of our showstoppers here, which is of course the Ferrari Enzo. Came out in 2003, one of only 399 built worldwide. Well, rumoredly they actually built another 8, but let's see if that's actually true. This particular one was hand signed by Michael Schumacher, and it also has a straight pipe exhaust fitted by Ferrari in the factory. Now the Ferrari Enzo is part of the very well-known Ferrari bloodline that started back in the 80s with the 288 GTO, following for the F40, the F50, and the successor to the Enzo was of course the LaFerrari, and we're going to see a new replacement bloodline Ferrari probably next year. Now this particular car came out when Ferrari were at the brink of success in Formula One. As you can see with the design cues, the front of the car looking like a Formula One car, it was up against the likes of the Mercedes-Benz, McLaren, SLR, and of course the Porsche Carrera GT. Two magnificent also hypercars that came out in the same era. Now the F1 inspired technology doesn't stop there. This is one of the first times Ferrari used a paddle shift transmission for one of their hypercars, and of course it's got the magnificent naturally aspirated 6-litre V12 Symphony that sits behind this lovely car. And guys, behind me here we have the very rare and very interesting Lexus LFA, one of only 500 in the world, and one of the most best sounding cars ever made, arguably. Now this particular vehicle here, Lexus have never actually replaced the vehicles. That's why the values have tripled since it's come out in 2012. Now it's kind of rare vehicle, you barely see them anywhere at these shows. That's why we thought we'd bring it to something like this, because it fits into the decor absolutely perfectly. Guys, next to me here we have the 2024 Porsche 911 GT3 RS. When these vehicles came out, they skyrocketed in value, almost £500,000 they were changing hands for. They have now subsequently dropped in price, a little bit more reasonable, so a little bit more premiums over list prices, but that happens a lot with these Porsche new models. As you can see, this stunning vehicle is finished in the yellow with the contrasting carbon fiber. It is a beautiful example here that we have on display at GVE London at the Concours of Elegance. George, what's been your favourite car at the show?
You.
I'm not a car. What's been your favourite car at the show?
Favourite car of the show? Ooh.
This is where you came in today.
I was going to say the Enzo, but
That's a bit biased. What did you come in today, George?
6x6 G63. But okay, there's one car. I don't like classic cars normally, but if I was to ever get one, it'd be that 300 SL Gullwing.
David, what's been your favourite car of the show so far?
I've still not finished the whole place because it's so big, but I'd say so far it's the dark blue McLaren F1.
Oh, yes.
That looks absolutely epic. And we saw Rowan Atkinson walking towards it as well.
And I said hello to him. I said hello to Rowan Atkinson.
And he said, I haven't got time.
And I've got no time for you,
How
Andreas.
can he not recognise you?
I mean, I don't know why.
He should be coming up to you.
Exactly, exactly. Mr. Bean, get your shit together. I can't put shit in the bar. I can't swear in the behind the scenes.
Fine, of course you can.
One of my favourite cars, of course, is the Ferrari 365 GTB Daytona here, modern day 911 Dakar. So guys, here we have the Aston Martin DBR 22, a speedster style design similar to what Porsche and Mercedes-Benz have done. As you can see, there's no roof. Another rare Ferrari here. Here we have the Pagani Zonda. And you can see there's actually got 3 wings. 1, 2, and 3. Lamborghini Reventon Roadster. I do believe this is one of only probably 12 in the world. This one values would be probably in excess of £2 million. The GOAT, in my opinion. Designed by Gordon Murray. As you can see, Gordon Murray designed that other one up here. He also was the chief designer of this McLaren F1. And I did get to meet one of the owners today, who was Rowan Atkinson, which we couldn't get on camera, unfortunately. He wouldn't allow any pictures to keep himself under the radar. This is only 106 built worldwide. So you sit in the middle like a Formula One car, and the big naturally aspirated V12 engine supplied by BMW, making this the fastest car in the world when it came out in 1991. Now guys, this car sits very close to my heart because it was the car that I grew up with. My dad had one of these when I was younger. It's of course the 911 930 Turbo from 1974, the first time Porsche put the turbo into the 911. Ferrari 250 GT Berlinetta short wheelbase, one of the most timeless designs by Pininfarina, came out in 1962. A very, very rare car, probably one of the rarest we have at the show here today, values in excess of £1.5 million.
And was eventually restored by Bugatti specialist Francois.
Who's that?
Deals, mate, deals. Still dealing.
That's good news.
Yeah, no, it was a good call. The guy is interested in the SF90, but he's got an Evo, never financed a car before, so he wanted to put down some money, all of the money of the Evo. But I didn't have my laptop with me, I left it back, so I had to get for Sean to start doing some figures for me. And then I had someone else calling me saying that we need to know what the bid is on his Revuelta. Literally had 3 people on hold at the same time, and I was swapping between phones.
Okay guys, and that's a wrap here for Concours of Elegance 2024. A massive thank you for everyone who's come to the stand and seen us today. A special thanks to AutoGuard Warranties. The link is in the description below for all your warranty needs. It's our debut year. We're definitely going to be here next year, and we'll definitely see you guys there. Okay guys, another successful week here at GVE Behind the Scenes. Bruce, how was it this week?
We've had an 812 Superfast in last time for an exhaust system. Now the car come back for Novitec, springs, spoiler and the Isle of Rose. And also we've had the Bugatti Veyron in for a health check. Normally it takes about a day and a half, but we smashed it in an hour and a half.
We had an amazing appearance at Hampton Court Palace as well. A brilliant show. We're probably most likely going to be there again next year. And stay tuned next week for a progress shot on the M8. Thanks guys, and see you next week.